We're good to go. Good evening, nerds. How you doing tonight on this cold and blustery January evening? It was
Uh,
uh, it was 1 degree here on the drive home from work today.
it got down to -1 here.
Oh, I'm sure it is now. Not looking forward to walking the dog here in an hour.
Yeah,
How you
I
doing
did
this
right
week?
before we started. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, as you know, I just started my new job last week and still continuing, still getting used to it, the long hours and all that. But haven't had a lot of time for gaming, unfortunately. But that's all right. I get in a little bit here and there. Um, yeah, I did try out the Anthem demo. And I only got to play a couple times.
So you got in.
Yeah, and both times I ended up getting the infinite loading screen after like a certain point, so I didn't like. It was all right. I mean, it looked interesting, and if I had more time to play, I probably would have enjoyed it. But I also have one of the OG Xbox ones, so and I've heard that it plays a lot better on the One X,
I'm
and
sure.
there was definitely some frame rate issues, things like that I definitely caught on with it. So I don't know that I'm going to get it at first. Now that I have a new job and going to be having a fairly decent amount of money, I might actually upgrade to the One X, and at that point in time, I'd probably get it.
So would you get the One X or would you get the PS4 Pro?
Yes.
Which one would you get first?
Right, and that's I have both the PS4 and the Xbox One, both the originals, so I've been debating on which one I'd go for first at this point. Lately, I've mostly been playing my Xbox. For one thing, I was one of the ones that got the Game Pass for a year.
Yep.
So that's been one of the big reasons why I've been playing it a lot. And, that's besides the Switch, of course. That'll
Switch in a while.
I haven't played it much. I did play a couple sessions of Smash Bros. Last week, but that's been about it. But yeah, mostly like I said, the Xbox getting on Game Pass. I was playing 76 Fallout 76, of course. Haven't played it hardly at all.
I haven't in a while either. John Garrity, go Rams. Yes. Super Bowl this weekend.
Hey, I don't blame you, John. I mean, although I will say I prefer the Rams over the Patriots. So.
Yeah, I haven't played Fallout 76 much either.
Yeah.
Not in a couple months. What else have you been playing and watching?
Well, playing, there is one game I started playing, but I'll actually talk about that more because it's part of our monthly theme. So I'll mention that later. But as far as watching, Supernatural still when I can, and I actually been recording reruns of How I Met Your Mother too, because that's like one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. Just cracks me up. And then I did start watching Doctor Who finally. I've only watched the first episode.
Now, when you say finally, are you saying you're starting with, was it Christopher Eccleston? Or are you talking about the latest?
The first of the newer. So it's episode 1 of the new Doctor Who, basically.
So the guy that played Destro in the G.I. Joe movies.
I never watched it.
Okay. Because that's the only season I've watched. The Scottish guy with the dark hair and the big nose. Tall, skinny guy.
Wait a minute. He was that him? I don't know. Is the very first one from like 2005?
Yeah, I think we're talking to the same one.
Oh, okay. Where it's Rose and him and fighting the mannequins. Plastic, really, the living plastic.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that one. And I will say, very, very cheesy. It was fun. It was entertaining, and I'll definitely keep watching. But yeah, definitely very, very, very cheesy. So, but that's been about it lately. I mean, like I said, work.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I got Resident Evil 2. Came out last Friday. I played through the Claire story, the first Claire story. Haven't played any more of it. It's an alright game. I'm not as impressed with it as a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Visually, it's really good. It's stunning, but it took me 6.5 hours. I played it on assisted mode the first time just to get a feel for it. And the second stories for each character, and then Leon's first story, they're very similar to the Claire's first story. So it's four different stories that are all, the majority of them are the same. How you get into the police station's different. Some of the puzzle stuff is different, but it's the same idea. So I don't want to go boom, 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 and hit all four of them.
Yeah, I can understand that, and I know I've tried it, but I've never played through any Resident Evil game, so I don't know. And it's one I might possibly actually end up getting it. I don't know, just because like I was saying before, I'm not a huge survival horror type, but at the same time, those actually look pretty interesting, pretty fun. At least you get to kill stuff, rather than that Amnesia game, which was also good, just not my style. But that one, you couldn't kill anything, and that just isn't my style at all.
Right on. Yeah, I forgot you did the review on Amnesia.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a good for the genre. It was excellent. Music especially, the music and sound effects was just amazing.
That's one thing about Resident Evil 2, the sound effects, especially with Mr. X, because he's this giant monster that, like, when I say monster, I don't mean like he's a zombie, but he's just monstrous in size, and he follows you around the police station. You hear his footsteps, and they get closer, and you're like, oh, is he above me? Is he the floor below me? Is he around the corner? And you can't kill him. So
that's no fun.
Yeah. I've also been playing Sea of Thieves again. I'm getting creeping up on Pirate Legend there. So
nice.
I watched both seasons of Ozark in the last week. It's an alright show.
I've heard of it. I don't know anything really about it.
It's Jason Bateman. It's a Netflix series, and he plays a money launderer for a Mexican drug cartel in the Ozarks.
Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it's all right. Watched a couple documentaries, and I started watching the second season of Punisher last night, and it's awesome.
I've heard great things. I think I actually started the series. No, I didn't. Not Punisher. I didn't. I haven't watched any of that yet.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on to our main topic for the evening.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about older games that we haven't played but we want to. So these could be games in your backlog, games you've thought about getting, just games that have been out for a while and you haven't played.
Yeah. All right. Did you want to start?
Sure. First on my list is Assassin's Creed 3. Now, I was never into the Assassin's Creed series up until 3 or 4 years ago. So I tried to play 2, and I was like, this is a crappy Spider-Man game. Like, it's Spider-Man without the web swinging, so I just gave up on the series. And 3 seemed interesting to me because, it's set during the American Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
And so the setting was really appealing to me. So I always wanted to try it, but I was so adamantly against the franchise that I never did.
Gotcha.
I've got it now because it was on Games with Gold sometime in the last couple years. And so I was going to play it, but then I heard with part of the Assassin's Creed Odyssey DLC is the remastered Assassin's Creed 3. And I think they fixed a lot of stuff, and they're also going to sell that separately. Okay. So now I'm like, well, do I wait and get it when it's remastered? I want to see how much it's changed and improved before I decide to spend any money on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I've played. I'm trying to remember if I did play 3 or not, because it was
he's got the
kind of
tomahawk with the assassin's emblem on it.
okay. No, I have not played it because Black Flag was 4, wasn't it?
4, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I skipped 3. I played 1 and 2, skipped 3, played Black Flag, and then I did play Syndicate. I did try Syndicate.
I like Syndicate. I just finished it around Christmas time.
Wait, is that the newest one or the second to newest?
Third. So the newest one is Odyssey, and then there
Right,
is
yeah.
Origins, which is in ancient Egypt, and then
Okay, yeah,
Syndicate.
that's
Syndicate's
okay.
in London.
Syndicate's the one that I skipped to. That's right. I skipped 3, and then Syndicate, and then I haven't played Odyssey yet either. Uh, but yeah, I played Origins there in ancient Egypt. Yeah, and that one I liked some of it. I didn't beat it or anything. But it was pretty fun, pretty good mechanics to it. I didn't.
I liked
It
the
wasn't.
mechanics. I didn't like the setting,
Oh, okay, yeah, and I can see that.
and I'm not really into the setting of Odyssey either.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What's an older game that you want to give a shot that you never have?
Well, with the release of the newest in the series, the hype has kind of started to draw me into making me want to play Kingdom Hearts. I have not played any of them, which is actually really surprising because I'm a big Disney fan. Like even now I watch Disney movies, not so much the Disney princess movies, but I love Toy Story and Jungle Book, Finding Nemo, Monsters Inc. I love these movies, but I have never played any of the Kingdom Hearts games, and from my understanding, it's also kind of a hack and slash style in a way, or button masher, or whatever you want to call it. I think I don't know too much.
I don't know either. I played maybe an hour of the first one, I think.
Okay.
But I don't think I had a memory card, so and that was on the PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking at that too, and I'm like, man, I really should give that a try. It
Yeah,
looks really good.
I've heard some mixed things about 3 though.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is not because the game's bad, but because I think people hyped it up so much,
The
and then they go in and it's. I doubt it's different enough, or maybe it's just so geared towards younger kids, and the people that were really hyped for it were the ones that are now older. They played 1 and 2 when they were kids and teenagers, and now that they're in their 20s or 30s or whatever, it's like it's not as it's not getting to them as much or something like that. I don't know, but I definitely still want to try at least 1 and 2, and I might, if I really like them, I might get 3 as well. Who knows? Now I might just get the bundle because they have like the bundle with all of them.
I think that's everything before 3 and 3.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So it's two different items.
No. I actually saw there is the full bundle.
Okay.
And it's like $100. Now it might be like two separate discs in the bundle or whatever, but it is all of them. And it was like $99.99 or something.
From what I understand, on 3, there's on the menu, the main menu, there's a like a get caught up video. So
okay.
If you play the old ones, it'll tell you like what's going on.
Nice. So. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's something I've been looking at too. I don't know. It's trying to get through the backlog. So
yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Next up on my list is the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition and Rise of the Tomb Raider. That's when they
Yeah.
rebooted the franchise. I think Square Enix produces them now, publishes them.
Is that Square Enix? Okay, I
And
can't remember who, but yeah.
was it Eidos that developed them? I think. But
Hmm.
yeah, I've got them
Yep.
both. They were both on sale in the PlayStation Store. I think I paid a
Mhm.
total of $11 for the two of them.
Oh, nice.
And I said for that price, if I don't like them,
That
I,
you're out $11. You know, that's,
yeah. So
I did play Rise of the Tomb Raider, and uh, that was I think in some ways I can equate it to Assassin's Creed in a little in some ways. But I enjoyed it. What I played of it, I mean, you know me. Like I've said so many times, I'm bad about not finishing games. So I played it for a while, enjoyed what I played, and went on to something else. So,
and see, I'm the opposite. When I start, I want to see it all the way through, and not touch
right,
anything else. That's I like to check items off the list.
right.
So with those two, I got two of them right there.
Hmm. But I loved all the classic Tomb Raiders, of course.
I
I
didn't
grew.
really
I mean,
care
I
for them, but I didn't really
really.
play them much. I played Tomb Raider 2 on the PlayStation 1 for a couple hours, so I didn't
Yeah,
really give it a fair shake.
I tell you, I loved the classics. I know I beat one. I can't remember if I actually beat two or not, and I don't remember after that. You know, I don't remember what came after that, so I'm not sure. But one especially just loved it, and yeah, and the new one, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I haven't played the newest one. I can't remember the name of it, but I haven't tried it, so I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things. I know it went on sale really quick, and a lot of people were upset
Mm,
about that.
right.
But I've heard good things. Hang on, I'm just
Yeah.
marking the
Ugh.
podcast here as an announcement.
Oh,
I forgot to do that.
gotcha.
Okay. All
Oh,
right. What's next up on your list?
well, basically what happened was, Smash Brothers. I was playing it,
Yeah.
and I unlocked a character, and this character was, I didn't know really much of anything about the series, but she played really cool in Smash Bros. As a character there, and so now it's got me wanting to play the series, which is Bayonetta.
Hmm.
And I tell you, I loved Devil May Cry. Like I love the entire series of Devil May Cry. I've played them all. Um, and so I'm thinking Bayonetta is going to be right up my alley. And then, like I was saying, playing her as a character in Smash Bros, the moves she was doing with the like shooting out her feet and stuff, it was just really cool.
Yeah.
And so I think that's probably going to be now. And actually, I'm pretty sure at least one of them is on Game Pass. At least it was. I'm going to have to check to see if
I
it's
think
still
the
in.
first one. I believe Bayonetta 2 is a Nintendo exclusive now, and I think 3 is
Oh,
as
okay.
well.
Really? Well, I'll have to look and see what I can find out about those then.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. I know Bayonetta 1 was on the 360 and PS3,
Right.
and then I think it
Uh,
was also on the Wii. But then after that, I think they made them Nintendo exclusive. Sega and Nintendo worked out a
okay.
deal.
Well, that kind of stinks. I'm going to have to figure out how to be able to play them then, because I don't have any of the old Nintendos,
Well, they're on the
unfortunately.
Switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Bayonetta 2 was on the Switch. Switch and Wii U, I think. Or was it something like that? And one of them, when you bought it, it came with a digital... If you bought it new, it came with a digital download for the Bayonetta 1.
Are you sure you're talking about the Switch?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me
I'm
look it
going
up.
to have to check that out then. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Hmm. Yeah, I'll have to look into that then, because yeah, I'd love to have it on there.
Yeah, no, I know one of them's definitely on the Switch. I just don't remember.
Okay, well,
Yeah, Bayonetta
which
2, and it came with a code for Bayonetta 1.
Well, shoot, there we go. I guess I'm good to go. I'm going to, yeah, I get paid tomorrow. Boom, done. Mine.
And I think, the reason that they're on Nintendo is so Sega develops, and I think Nintendo publishes them now. So.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know Sega, kind of basically put all its cards in with Nintendo for a lot of things.
A lot of stuff, yeah. Not everything, but a lot of them.
Right. So, well,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out then. Now, what about you?
Real quick
Uh-huh.
with her, from what I understand, she's a very cheap Smash character. And on the Wii U, in the last, what do they call that? The fighting championships in Vegas each year? Is it CES?
Oh,
I think it is. No, that's something else. Well, the fighting championship there. I think the 4 finalists all were Bayonetta mains. So the final Smash was just 4 Bayonettas.
oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, she. I don't remember her in the previous one. In the previous
I
Smash.
think she was on the one in Wii U. I could be mistaken.
Yeah, I didn't remember her in that, but I mean, I could be mistaken too. Who knows? Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, we'll talk about that later. But anyways, yeah. So,
Next
all
up,
right. Well,
next up on my list, really 2 games. I played some of one of them once. It was Twilight Princess. I played a little bit on the Wii, but I got sick of going like this with the controls, so I never finished it. And the other
I
ones,
actually like that.
well, to each his own. I should have
Yeah.
gotten it on GameCube. And the other one is Skyward Sword.
Uh huh.
I'm just a big Zelda fan. I want to go back. I want to play them. I'm hoping they put them on the Wii U. I never finished Wind Waker. No, sorry, not the Wii U, the Switch. I never finished Wind Waker. I hope they put that on the Switch too. I never finished Ocarina in Time. I'd love for them to put that on the Switch.
I tell you, I haven't finished any except Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess. I finished those 2, and yeah, it's one of those. I struggle to get into them sometimes. Those are the 2 that have really drawn me in the most of all Zelda games, honestly.
Yeah.
But-
I'm a big fan of the franchise. It's just like with Wind Waker, I think I got it and had to go back to school and just didn't have time to play. And it was
Yeah.
always something. Ocarina of Time. I was home on leave from the army, bought an N6 or had an N64, bought the game, played it for a few days, and had to go back.
Right.
It was always just a time thing. And I went back and I bought Majora's Mask on the 3DS, and I loved it. I finished it, but I don't like that little nub that's the camera stick, and on the 3DS.
Yeah.
And
I know what you're talking
that's
about. I
why-
never played it. So yeah.
that's why I didn't get Ocarina of Time,
Mhm.
or Ocarina of Time, however you pronounce it.
I always pronounce it Ocarina.
So that's why
Hey, Ocarina. No, sorry.
So I figured that I'm just praying that they're going to put it on Switch or come out with an N64 Mini or something.
They're going to bring more Zelda games to the Switch. They. Who knows? Maybe they're already the Super Nintendo games are already going to start coming to the online stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe here soon they'll start adding 64 games and so on and so forth. Well, we'll see. And if nothing else, maybe they'll start putting them on the eShop.
yeah,
We'll see.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But-
so I want to get caught up on some of those Zelda games. I bought the 3DS more or less to get caught up on those Zelda games. I still need to finish Spirit Tracks.
Air Tracks.
Yeah,
I've heard of it. What is that?
it's another Zelda game.
I know I've heard of
He
it. I
rides
can't.
around on the train. It's cartoon Young Link. So the same Link as Wind Waker and Phantom
yes.
Hourglass.
Okay, now I remember where. All right, yeah.
So,
So okay.
all right. What about what's next on your list? You want to get caught up on?
The one that I've seen so many things about and looks cool, kind of up my alley, is the Portal series. I've never tried them, but I like, like cool physics, stuff like that. I just almost, kind of puzzle style. You got to figure your way through. But I don't. It was just one of those where they came out at times when it just wasn't feasible for me to try them out, and then other stuff was out by the time I could. So, but they definitely are ones that look like a lot of fun to me. I don't know, have you ever played either of them?
I played a little bit of the first one. I did not care for it.
Really?
But I think I'm in the overwhelming minority in that one.
Yeah.
Everyone I've talked to loves them.
Yeah.
It did nothing for me. Didn't move the needle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But you don't
Like
know
I said,
you don't know until you play it.
Right. Exactly. So, but I think they'd be ones I'd enjoy. So, but we'll see. All right. What about you? What's next?
The other one that came to mind when I was coming up with my list is one I bought again on the PlayStation sale a couple months ago. Is The Order 1886, and I heard a lot of this game did not do well when it first launched, and I heard a lot of criticism of it. But a friend of mine played it, and I said, "Listen, Mike, it's $4. Is it worth $4?" He said, "If nothing else, for the story alone, that's worth $4." So I said, "All right, I'll get it." It looks cool. The setting looks cool to me. I think it's werewolf hunters and Victorian London or something like that. I'm like, perfect.
It was one when I first saw about it. I was like, wow, this looks great. I love that sort of style. And then I started hearing all the bad stuff about it and everything. So I ended up not trying it myself either. But just like your friend said, I've heard the story is actually really cool.
And it's really stunning. Like the visuals are really good.
And that was one of the big things is that most people said it was too much story and that was it. It's like everything else was so. It was like they just wanted to give you a story and then they threw in the action or whatever, just for whatever. But it's like, yeah, I could see that. I don't know if I could deal with something that was just story.
That's the way a lot of the PlayStation first party games are, though.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, you haven't played God of War yet. That one was perfect. The story was great. They put just enough in there to be really great story without just blocking the actual gameplay itself.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see a game that set in a setting like the Order 1886 with the action of God of War. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, see how that goes.
All right. Any other games you have in your backlog, or you want to go back to play?
Just the one that I actually had downloaded it and played just the opening of, and then got caught up with other stuff. I mean, I didn't even. I think I got to a title screen or something. I mean, I can barely remember at this point. But that's Shadow of the Colossus.
Mm-hmm. It's one I just
started
again recently.
And I mean, I keep hearing such amazing things about it. It's supposed to be one of the top games of all times and stuff. And it's like, so I think I'm going to have to give it another shot and actually really play it because it looks cool. It looks very interesting, very different than so much out there right now. So, and I like different, because, well, I'm different. So, yeah. But, yeah, it's definitely one I think I'm going to have to give another shot at.
Sorry, I misspoke. I didn't mean to say start it again. I started for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Weeks ago. And so I have it on the PlayStation 4, the remaster, and I've only beat the first Colossus. So, has anyone told you about the premise of it?
Yeah, basically it's just, was it 4 of the Colossuses or something like that you have to...
I think it's 12 or 13.
Oh, okay. Wow, it's that many.
Yeah, but there are no ads. You just climb these
Right,
monsters,
it's-
find their weak spot, and stab them repeatedly.
Actually, I think it was you that was telling me about it. Literally, it's just the Colossus, and that's it. No other enemies or whatever. So that interesting. So we'll see. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, if you've already downloaded it.
You're right.
So,
But did you have any others?
got so many games in my backlog. And I've decided
Right.
more or less with the PlayStation Plus and Games with Gold stuff that's in my backlog, unless it's something where I really have to play it. I'm not even. I claim them, and if I get to them someday, I get to them someday. If not,
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
sorry. But yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. So
There was one that it's not really an old game, but I did just download. It was one of the games with gold last month or the month before, Celeste.
yeah.
That's one I'm really,
Nominated for
mean,
Game of the Year last year.
yeah, that's one I definitely got to play. I have it downloaded. I'm going to try it out. So I'll have to let you know how that turns out.
I claimed it as well, but I'm really not interested. It gets a lot of praise, but I can only do so many platformers, side-scrolling platformers. So
Right, and I understand that. It's been a little while since I really done much in the way of the side-scrolling platformers, so it's about time I do another one. So
yeah.
give it a shot.
All right, well, let's move on to our monthly theme here. We've been talking about
Absolutely.
Game Pass games all month and some of the highlighted ones we want to highlight. The first one I want to talk about this week is called Observer. Now, this is by Bloober Team. They made Layers of Fear. It's another, almost like a point and click. It's cyberpunk set in Krakow, Poland, in like the year 2084 or something like that. And Rutger Hauer does the voice of the lead, and they use his likeness. He was in Blade Runner. It's to stick with a cyberpunk.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was thinking of a different game. It's called Absolver.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know about Observer.
I wrote the review on it back in the fall.
Oh.
It's a bit gruesome at times. It borderline snuff film in some ways.
Jeez.
But it's really well made. It's definitely worth checking out. If you have a PlayStation, so you don't have Xbox Game Pass, or if you do PC gaming, I think you can get it for under $10. It's well worth the money. It's a good story. The gameplay's good. It's a good change of pace. It can have some jarring visuals, and I'm not just talking like the graphic images, but you've got cybernetic implants, and they start to mess with your vision and periodically, so you have to take drugs to bring that back into line. So, just the camera work can get a little much at times.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
All right. Well, I think first I'll talk about Human Fall Flat. That game, it's interesting. It's a physics, just all about manipulating physics. Throwing character. Excuse me. Oh, this wonderful cold weather is doing all sorts of great things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's what was I saying? Dang it. It's one of those. It's a fun little time waster. Just go around and literally throwing yourself off a cliff or whatever, trying to do all sorts of weird things. I like it. It's if you have Game Pass, definitely give it a shot. Just for the laughs you'll get watching your guys fling all over the place.
I'll have to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Now, I assume the point is to land flat?
Oh dang it! I'm trying to remember. It's not to fall flat. It's to reach a certain point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me because I only I actually haven't played it since it's been on Game Pass. I played it back on not when it first came out, but soon after. It was, but how can I say it? Basically, it's you have to. Where is it at? You use him to do different things, but he's just kind of like this weird, like kind of all over the place, and you have to push stuff, pull stuff, carry stuff to try and get through areas, but he doesn't want to do what you're trying to tell it to do. It's different. It's hard to explain. Basically, just go in there and have fun, making your guy go all over the place. That's the best way to say it.
Right on. I'll have to check it out, because I too have Game Pass.
Yes, you do.
All right. Next up, Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Did you ever play this?
Was it? Yeah, it was KOTOR that I played. Yeah, I played it.
Great game. I believe it was BioWare published or developed it.
Yeah.
I'm looking that up right now, actually. But it's a great RPG. If you like the Star Wars setting, the gameplay's good. It's very much like a Dragon Age type gameplay. So if you like Dragon Age, you like Star Wars, and you haven't played it yet, the first one was BioWare. Do yourself a favor and download it and play it. It's an original Xbox game, so the graphics are a bit dated, but it still is well worth it.
Now that one's open world, isn't it?
Kind of. I think there's like 8 or 9 planets you go to, and they are somewhat open world-ish.
They kind of guide you in the general direction, basically. But and now you actually get to use lightsabers and force. And that's something that so many of the Star Wars games you don't get to do. It drives me crazy. It's like I want to go around wielding a lightsaber. It's Star Wars. You want to be a Jedi.
Yeah, and you can turn the dark side. You can stay light. You can craft your own lightsabers, and you put different crystals in them that boost different abilities. And you can dual wield. You can use the double lightsaber. So at least I think you can. Maybe that was the second one, but.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't remember having a two-sided or double-bladed.
I know you can in one of them because I played them both. It's well worth it. If you haven't played it, you really should. I recommend it.
Oh yeah, I mean it's Star Wars. Although you say that, you look at Battlefront 2, and yeah.
Yeah, well, I've heard Battlefront 2 is actually a good game. It just no one really played it because of all the bad press it got from the get-go.
Well, it was pay to win, was my understanding.
You could pay to unlock things that you could grind the game.
Well, yeah.
And it was a stupid amount of time you had to grind. But the thing is that they weren't necessary to be competitive.
Okay.
So it was additional heroes and stuff like that. So like Boba Fett and characters like that, from what I understand.
I played the first one and it was fun.
Yeah.
But I wasn't, after playing that one, I wasn't dead set on getting the second one to begin with. And so when it got the bad press, and I heard that it was just all the loot boxes, and it's like I was like, no, I'm good. So
yeah,
who knows? But
all right,
anywho,
what do you got next?
So all right, and this is the one I was talking about earlier. Game I'm currently playing, and that is Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Mm-hmm. And I have not played Shadow of War yet. That's the title of the new one, I think. Shadow of War.
Yeah.
Okay. But this one, Running in Fear of the... Oh. Talking to John about the Rams hat. Okay.
Oh.
But, yeah, the Shadow of Mordor is a lot of fun. It's, RPG, Lord of the Rings game. I mean,
Yeah.
there isn't much more I have to say, but
Very
it's
much like an Arkham Knight game as well, one of the Batman games, because I think
mm,
it uses that engine. They're both published by
yep,
Warner Brothers Games.
yep, yep. I'm almost certain it's the same engine. But I love the one of the greatest things about it is the Nemesis Nemesis, what do they call it, system, whatever, and how you go and you fight one of the Aurochs or something, and one of the Chiefs or whatever they're called. I'm bad with names, but anyways, and if you lose or if you win or whatever, it's basically makes them a nemesis. And I love how they did that. It really helps progress this, not necessarily the story, but it progresses gameplay to want you to do more than just the story. It gives you so much.
Yeah.
Without being just an achievement, you actually is like you want to go and kill this, particular Auroch or whatever. And I think they did an excellent job with that. Plus, the story is really cool. Set before the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah, by like 1,000 years or something like that, I think, wasn't it?
Right. Well, no. Wasn't it after Hobbit, before Lord of the Rings?
It might be. It's been a while since I played it.
Because it was after Sauron was actually, imprisoned or what?
Okay, that's right.
It was after he came back, but before the actual Lord of the Rings. They went out and did all that. So, I think they did a great job with it and bringing in the race, system, and it just worked really well, and the RPG elements of it, boosting your character, the different abilities, choosing which abilities you want to focus on, stuff. I think they did a really good job with it. It's a lot of fun. There's so much you can do with it, so much time you can spend on it. So, and shoot, for free on Game Pass, heck yeah. So,
yeah. No, I really enjoyed that game, so that's a good choice.
But yeah.
All right, so we got some video game news here. No, you mentioned you played the Anthem beta. You want to elaborate on that a little bit more?
Well, one of the biggest things was, first off, a lot of players couldn't even get into the game at all. It was just constantly sitting there. Like for me, twice, both times that I was playing, I ran into the infinite loading screen, and just sat there for a little while, and finally had to shut it off. And I didn't try to immediately jump back on. I was just like, and tell us about Anthem. Okay, I'm telling you, Michael. I'm telling you. Settle down now.
We need to know about it.
But it was, the little bit I played seemed really good, but not so much on an original Xbox One. I heard it plays a lot better on Xbox One X, so that, definitely could be good on there once they get these issues fixed. It's the infinite loading screen, the not even being able to log in and things like that. Everybody was having so many issues. I mean, it was just for half of the demo session, people weren't able to get in at all. It was not. Now, the one thing I will say is they showed it was like a month-old build.
Yep.
That did.
6 weeks,
so
I heard.
What's that?
I saw on a tweet from one of the guys at BioWare that it's 6 weeks old.
Okay. Yeah, I knew it was, it was a fair bit old, and, they already have, a ton of fixes and stuff like that. Just for whatever reason, they didn't put it out for this demo.
Mm-hmm.
And now aren't they bringing another demo before the official launch?
I think so, yeah.
I think because of all the issues, they decided to do a Let me see. I think
They need to do another stress test. Is really what it is.
right, exactly. And I'm hoping that with that they do actually bring a more current build. Um, let's see. So, come on, load up. Following the earlier VIP demo comes in 7. Gives you okay. Okay, yep. So, actually, it's starting Friday.
Is it?
Yep.
Try and check it out.
An open demo starting Friday and goes through Sunday the 3rd.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out then.
So yeah, it looks like here on the East Coast, it starts at noon Friday, and it'll end 9 Sunday night.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'll have to check it out. I think I'm going to get it on the PlayStation. I've got it pre-ordered there. We'll see. Next up, for those of you that got Super Smash Bros. and claimed your digital coins early, or you bought it digitally, the Piranha Plant is now live as a playable character. So go check that out. I need to download it.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't turned on my Switch actually in a couple weeks, believe it or not. So
I haven't. Well, shoot, last week I did. I just don't remember what day, but yeah. So I'm definitely going to have to get that downloaded.
nice.
Now I won't be playing it tonight because 5 o'clock comes early tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
Wargroove just came out. I know on the Switch, and I think it's also on Xbox and PC. It's not on PlayStation 4 yet. Now this is a game that it's like a mashup of a Fire Emblem and an Advanced Wars. It's a tactical turn-based game. It looks awesome. It's doing great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that at some point. I'm probably gonna wait till baseball season and get it on the Switch.
yeah, that's definitely one I'll get on the Switch. It looks like it'd be perfect for it.
Yep. I read that Quantic Dreams they made Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human. What's that other game on the PlayStation for the
Infamous Son,
No,
or I mean Second Son.
no. They do the point and click story games.
Telltale.
No, similar to that. What was the other one they
No
made?
idea.
The guy that played Freddie Mercury's in it. I know that.
Okay, I don't know who played them, but yeah.
Quantic Dream.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I said Quantum. I meant Quantic. What's their other game? Well, anyways, they want to start making games for all platforms now, not just the PlayStation. So it's a studio that's had some controversy for the way they treat their employees and things like that in the past, but yeah, it's Beyond Two Souls. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know. I know. I've never played it, but I know of it. Yeah.
So yeah, that's that could be interesting playing games like that on the Switch. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Or on the Xbox or PC. Earlier today, Sony announced that for the PlayStation Plus subscribers, they're upping the cloud storage 90 gigs to a total of 100 gigs, so that's pretty good for those of you that have PlayStation Plus. And they also announced their free games. Hitman, the complete season 1, is on there. That's the one that came out in 2016. For Honor, which, correct me if I'm wrong, was already a PS Plus game last year.
It was. Yes, I actually ended up getting it. It was just like 3 or 4 months ago. I mean, it was not that long ago at all.
I think it was. I think it was like last March because it was before I got a PlayStation 4 again.
No,
I
because
think it was in the spring.
For Honor hasn't been out that. I mean, it was out.
For Honor's been out a couple years.
I think you're wrong. But
Anyways,
yeah.
it's not good that they're recycling games within a 12-month period.
They're trying to bring the player base back up because
Yeah, I get that.
it was. Oh wow! I guess it was out in 2017, February of 2017, and it's already okay. Well, all right then.
Oh, and
But yeah, I
misspoke.
tried. Like I played the demo originally. It was fun. They tried that a new type of server basically, and it completely screwed everything up.
Mhm.
So they like revamped everything. That's when and yeah, I guess that could have been a full year ago. You're right. And that's when they did the PS Plus and everything, trying to bring people back in, get the player base up to show them that hey, it's working good now.
Yeah.
And I played it a little bit. It was fun. I mean, it still wasn't amazing to me. It was a really neat concept. I just don't think it was done exceptionally well. It was fun. It was interesting, but
I played it on
yeah.
Xbox for a while with a couple of guys in the guild here, and Hogo being one of them. And I liked it. If you have a team to play with, it's a whole different game.
And that's one of the issues is you have to have a good team to work with. You know, if you're trying to go and do just solo, it's nah.
Yeah, and one thing I really respect is how much Ubisoft is dedicating to these games as a service games. Like Rainbow Six Siege is probably the strongest it's ever been, and it's a 3-year-old game.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
And they're giving For Honor the same treatment, so hopefully that will turn around. So.
Yeah, I agree.
And to round out the rest of the PlayStation Plus games, they've got some PS3 and PS Vita games that no one cares about.
Yeah, there is it next month that they're no longer doing those?
Yes. So this is the last month. Hopefully that means starting with March, they're going to start including some PSVR games. They've got a PSVR sale right now, and I was tempted to get Resident Evil 7, even though I've got it on Xbox. Because I can play it in VR, and who doesn't need to soil their pants?
Yeah, right. No thanks. I'll let you have fun with that.
I don't know. It's $15. I bought it on Xbox with all the DLC. Never touched any of the DLC. I thought it was an okay game. I was a little let down by it, to be honest, but
yeah.
So
I heard mixed things about it. So yeah.
And then we got our games with gold for February. Now they've got Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon, which I believe Paul wrote a review on it last summer when that came out. That is by the director that made Symphony of the Night, and it's more or less Castlevania 3. Or he didn't make Symphony of the Night. I think he made Castlevania like 2 and 3. So it's more or less that. And their studio is actually making another Bloodstained game. They haven't confirmed it's going to be delayed because they had to bring on another studio to help out. But I think it was supposed to come out this year, and I have a feeling that's going to be delayed. But check out Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon if you like Metroidvanias.
Yes. Oh yeah, I definitely want to check that out.
They've also got on for the Xbox One Super Bomberman R, which was a Switch launch title, and then it got ported to I think both Xbox and PlayStation. Have you played it?
I played. There was a demo or something I played, or I tried out, and it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a classic little,
Bomberman.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bomberman. I mean, that's literally it. But it's fun. There's a bunch of really cool little. All the different types of stuff you have to use is pretty cool.
Yep.
So definitely worth giving a shot. Absolutely.
And then there's another one that I'm glad, I've been hemming and hawing about buying digitally for a while. Glad I didn't, was Assassin's Creed Rogue. So this is the one that takes place in I think it's in the St. Lawrence Seaway. Like,
Is that it? Okay.
Post-American Revolution, I believe, and you actually go, it's an assassin that turns on the assassins and starts working for the Templars.
Yeah, because now which one of the series was that?
That came out right around the same time as Black Flag, I believe.
Okay, yeah, because it's not it's not one of the numbered series. It's
Correct.
just kind of
Correct.
a weird offshoot.
Yeah, so I think it came out right around the same time as Black Flag. Black Flag was cross-platform, meaning Xbox 360 and One, PS3 and PS4 at the same time. Rogue was not.
It was Xbox exclusive.
Well, Xbox and PlayStation 3. The 360 and the PS3.
Okay.
It was just a last-gen game. And they've remastered it, and it's now on backwards compatibility.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then,
I might have to try that then.
yeah, another original Xbox Star Wars game, and this was a bit of a surprise because, I don't know who owns the license to them anymore, but Jedi Academy got added.
Yeah, which I never tried it. I really didn't even hear much about it. I don't know.
I played it on PC, and I thought it was fun. You should definitely check it out when it's free. Again, the graphics are going to be a bit dated, but it was a fun lightsaber game.
I've never cared. I've never been one of those that I can't play with last year's graphics.
I used to be, but I'm not anymore. And I'm actually getting to the point where I prefer more stylized, cartoony graphics.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of times they seem to work better overall with those types. They look more clean, I guess. I don't know. Just the way I've been lately. And plus, I'm old, so
yeah.
It's like all this newfangled technology, I know. But
and so we got the streamer of the month. You wanna talk about this?
Absolutely. We mentioned her last week, but she is the one and only Nasty Nala, aka Leah Burke, who is just awesome. She's hilarious. Just the sweetest little thing, and if you get her laughing, she snorts, so that's always fun. But yeah, definitely check her out. Let me put her. Let me see. If I can think of. Anyways, yeah, definitely check her out. Dang it, where is? I was going to link to her stuff. And my brain's not working. Can you put the link up?
I can't at this time, no.
Okay, well,
I've
hang
only
on.
got the one monitor, so you could add it after the fact, though.
That's true, but why am I typing it? I'm telling you, my brain is so fried from work.
I hear you.
But yeah, Nasty Nala, awesome, funny. She definitely she does on Thursdays, Thursday evenings. She does. It is Thursday, right? Yeah, I think Thursdays. She'll do work with do a lot with her fans. We did Jackbox Party Pack a couple weeks ago. Had a lot of fun. Besides some idiot that decided to come in and ruin things, but she was still cool. But all right, let's see. I can.
And then don't forget the weekly recap here on the Alpha Nerds Guild Facebook page,
which is currently on Mondays.
On Mondays, yep. And then Free for All Friday on Discord. Get down, have fun, play games. They like to mix it up. Everyone's invited. So, yeah.
Yeah, and just linked. Put a link down there to Nasty Nala, our streamer of the month, who is also the one who runs the ANG stream. She does so much. She's awesome. She really helps out ANG just a ton, getting more and more people in to help out, contribute, and everything like that. So definitely check her out. Make sure when you're there, you hit that follow button. If you can, subscribe. Just definitely show her some love, people.
Yep. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Daniel?
Sleep.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
And warmer weather. All of you Southerners down there, west, out on the west coast, southern coast, whatever, send us your warmth, please.
Well, they're getting a cold snap as well. Not as bad as we are, but
I saw a thing where it was a Florida weathercast, and the weatherman was talking about if you have to go out, make sure you bundle up and limit your exposure as much as possible. It was 52 degrees. I was like, what?
That's shorts weather.
Yeah, literally shorts and a t-shirt right there, man. I mean, seriously,
I'd wear a hoodie, but I'd wear shorts.
Yeah, a light hoodie.
Yeah.
Maybe a windbreaker or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, seriously, the wind chill here was like negative 30 something today.
Oh yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal.
It's like 50. Jeez, come on now. I'd go swimming in the ocean.
Yeah.
But
there's one upside to living in a place where the air hurts your face, though, and we don't have all the crazy poisonous animals.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, we do have copperheads, but
yeah.
Anyways, you all have a good week. Go Rams.
Yes. Go Reds. Yes, Cincinnati Reds. Hey, opening day here, was it like 60 days or something like that? I don't know. My mind's not working. But yes.
Yeah, about that.
But, yep, can't wait to see my Cincinnati Reds.
As the baseball season approaches, we are going to do an episode on baseball.
Awesome.
So.
Awesome.
Have a good one.
All right. Hey, thanks everybody for watching.
Yep. See you next week.